With great respect and kindness, les doy la bienvenida. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to Spirit Rock Online. Welcome to The Time Is Now, Showing Up for the Earth with James Baraz and a beautiful group of friends. We are so grateful. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to our extended family in the following countries: Malaysia, Belgium, Mexico, New Zealand, France, Canada, Australia, Turkey, United Kingdom, Austria, Germany, Costa Rica, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Brazil, South Korea, and all four corners of the United States. In honor of this sacred gathering of family from all areas of the planet and the urgent call to show up for the earth, I call in and ask for support from the elements from which we're made of, from which we will return to, from which we cannot live without, the elements of fire, water, air, and earth. I also acknowledge and offer a seat to the upper and lower realms, the seen and unseen, our collective conscious and unconscious. And I bow to and welcome all our ancestors, all beings, excluding none, those who have come before us and those who we are still praying in. May we all share in the metta, the good intention we're generating together today, and may it radiate out in goodness in all directions, excluding none. And may being together today encourage us, in the words of our elder teacher, Joanna Macy, to interlink arms with like-minded others in strength and resilience. Aho Matakwe Asin, Ashe, Amen, and so it is. Spirit Rock is located both online globally and on land in the San Geronimo Valley, which is part of unceded Coast Miwok ancestral territory in Northern California. We acknowledge the complex history of this beloved place as a gesture of respect and reparation towards the indigenous residents of the colonized land where we now practice Buddha Dharma for the benefit of all beings. We welcome you all parts of you, your color, your culture, your beliefs, your gender, your orientations, abilities, ages, education, and economies. Please fully take your place in this sacred circle. My name is Maria Christina Tavera. I'll be your host for today. We're all supported in this gathering by two other Spirit Rock staff members, Juliana Birnbaum, who is a producer and presenter today and will be answering questions about content. You can find her in the chat. And Jessie Mills running the flawless Zoom production behind the scenes. I am so grateful to be with you all together. And now I am honored to welcome a dear beloved teacher and friend, one of our founding teachers, James Baraz. James started the Community Dharma Leader Program, the Kalyana Mita Network, the Spirit Rock Family Program, and helped create the Heavenly Messengers Training Program. James has been leading the online course Awakening Joy since 2003. In recent years, he's been focusing on Dharma and climate change and serves as a guiding teacher to One Earth Sangha, a website devoted to Buddhist responses to climate change. He co-authored Awakening Joy and Awakening Joy for Kids. Bienvenido, James. Welcome back home.
Thanks so much, Maria Christina. May we all enjoy this day. May we learn from the day. May we be inspired to express our own care in whatever way moves us, and let it be an inspiration for others as well. I want to have a short meditation in a few moments, but before I do, I want to thank the Spirit Rock staff, Maria Christina, Juliana, Jessie. There were a lot of moving parts in this, as you might imagine, or maybe don't realize, with a number of different presenters and different things that we're showing. And Spirit Rock has been so supportive in this, including having the day offered on a Dana basis, where whatever your offering is welcome, just so we can have it as available to as many people as want to participate. So thank you to Spirit Rock. Thank you to the presenters. I'm really excited about this day, actually. I'm feeling like we have a pretty uh, amazing lineup of people who hopefully will inspire you too. So let's start with a bit of a quiet sitting, just connecting with ourselves and with the earth. I invite you to find a posture you can be reasonably comfortable and still, to whatever extent works for you. And first, feel your connection to this earth, which in my mind, is imagining being very happy that we're all gathered here together, and feel the support of this wonderful home that we share. And feel the connection also, even with eyes closed or downward, to like-minded friends. We're here in community together, as was said, from all over the planet. You're here with like-minded friendship, people who love this planet and care. And then let your attention turn inward towards this mind-body process called you, life expressing itself through you, as you. You are nature. And tune into the perfection of nature expressing itself through this form. Tune in with appreciation and presence. And then you might take a few deeper breaths and breathe in a calming, loving energy and let it fill your whole being. And as you breathe out, let go of anything that you don't need. And then letting the breath find its natural rhythm. Simply be with this moment, whether it's the breath or your body sitting here or sensations inside or feelings. Just hold everything in a loving, kind presence. And when the mind wanders, no big deal, just very lovingly bring it back and let's share the moment together. And before we end this brief meditation, we'll have more later throughout the day. I want to invite you to reflect on why you wanted to be here for this day. What motivated you? Get in touch with whatever it is that's moved your heart to want to celebrate the earth together. Not just the thought, but the feeling as well. And be grateful that you care. I imagine the earth loves your care. You can very gently come out. So I'm going to just say a few words now, give you a sense of the day and a few thoughts of that might set a tone. You know, this is Earth Day, and or this is Earth Day weekend. Friday was Earth Day. Hope you made it a whole Earth Day weekend, or Earth weekend. And along with acknowledging the pain and the difficulties and the dire situation that we're in, I think most of you know some of that. I'm sure you do, but if we, and we'll get to that, you know, we need to open up to that. But as Joanna Macy says, and I completely agree, if we can get in touch with our gratitude first and our love for the earth, then that gives a bigger container to hold all the pain, honoring the pain, and metabolizing it into conscious action. So I see this day, an important part of it, feeling our gratitude and our love for the earth, and our just how much we care, as well as being in community, which makes such a difference, from isolated despair and aloneness to feeling a sense of connection and, oh, we're all in this together. I love the movie An Inconvenient Truth. Probably most of you saw it many years ago, where after giving the stark reality of, oh my goodness, look at what we're headed for, the movie beautifully goes to how amazing this planet is and how much we love it and how much we want to care for it, because we care for what we love. Just on Friday, Jane and I walked our favorite trail, the Stream Trail in the East Bay, and redwoods all around. And at one point, and we were celebrating Earth Day, and just looking up and going, wow. You know? And right there, that was the best celebration that I could have done for Earth Day. Just that, wow. So we're going to have a number of different presentations. I'm so excited that we're going to start off with Dwayne Elgin and Colleen LeDrew Elgin, who wrote my go-to book for the environment, Choosing Earth. We'll say more about that in a while. And then we'll have Renee Lertzman, just one of the most highly respected climate trauma psychologists, who's a member of our community and a Dharma friend, talking about beyond hope and despair. And then we'll have a few clips through the day. I'm going to show you one in a moment before I end my part. And one of the clips also is of Mamuse, this incredible musical duo who one of them is on retreat today, but they put together this musical offering for us. And it's wonderful. We'll have some movement in the beginning of the afternoon, and with my dear friend Gaia Fuenzalida, and then Kyra Jualingo, who's going to be focusing on a number of other things, including environmental justice. And then Kristen Barker from Wonder Sangha, who is a good friend, and I are going to have a conversation about engagement. But I wanted to, before I close, I wanted to show you a 1-minute clip of one of my main inspirations, Julia Butterfly Hill. This is from a few years ago, and we're going to have another clip in the afternoon too. That has tremendously inspired me, and I wanted to open up with this, just to get in touch with our care, and that's out of where our action comes from. So, Jesse, if you'd cue that up.
I tell people, I'm not trying to tell people not to be angry. I feel if you're not angry at the world today, you're probably not awake. But but for me, there's a shift that happens, which is, do I choose to do what I do out of my anger, my judgment, or do I choose to do what I do out of my love? Just like the tree takes in the toxins, breathes it in, transforms it into life and grows, I too could do the same thing. When I am present to my anger, I can choose to act out of anger, and I'm probably going to make a mess. Or I can breathe that anger in. I can recognize that always what is underneath my anger is my care. I'm only angry because I care so much about my world that it breaks my heart that we're so good at destroying it and destroying one another. And I recognize, because I've done this work enough, that when I'm angry, what it's actually doing is it's a self-defense mechanism against this, against the fact that I care so much about our world, and I see what's possible for us as a humanity, and I see how far we have to go. And it breaks my heart. But underneath my anger, underneath my rage, underneath my fear and my overwhelm is my care. And if I can get in touch with my care, then I can put love into action instead of anger into action or fear into action.
So she gets, as she often would do, she talks right from her heart. And I think it's something for us all to get in touch with. Underneath our despair or our heartbreak is care and love. And so in the afternoon, we're going to see her talk about turning that into fierce compassion and engagement, a really inspiring clip. So before I introduce Dwayne and Colleen, just invite you once again to get in touch with your care. And underneath whatever heartbreak or despair or any thoughts of hopelessness or whatever, don't go there. Don't live there. Go underneath to how much you care and love this planet. And let that be the source of your engagement, your presence, your walking on this earth.